Someone met me and she was like, my God, she was trying to tell me about her hurts. She went through some hurts with this guy. They've been together for a while, and so many things happened, right? So she was like, oh, I just realized that he got a new girlfriend, and she was like trying to size the girl up and was like, is she prettier than me? She's more beautiful. And I was like, why? What's the reason for the comparison? Hi guys, how you guys doing? This is Life with Queenette. If this is the first time you're coming to this channel, I want to say thank you so very much for coming. Don't fail to subscribe, don't fail to like, don't fail to tap the notification bell so you'll be the first to know once I upload a new video. All right guys, so let's move right into what we have for today. I think it's a very sensitive topic. I'm also talking to both the singles, and you could be married as well, depending on what stage you are right now. All right, so let's head straight to this topic. While he chose the other person, so many things happen in life. You could be all dovey, all rosy, all awesome, all beautiful with this person, and the person decides to serve you breakfast. Okay, and I want to use this opportunity to tell you that it's not because you're less attractive, it's not because you are not a complete woman, a complete package. It is not because anybody is better than you. It is just because that person was never meant for you, and that was the reason for the person moving out of your life. And for me, you should go to church and thank God, give a thanksgiving offering to God for saving you from that person. Okay, because it's better the person lives now than shattering your heart later in life. Okay, so let's start with the first reason why they've been in this relationship for a very long while, and then suddenly they start backing out. Suddenly they start making excuses. Suddenly they start telling you, giving you 1001 reasons why that relationship ain't gonna work. All right, so let's look at the first one is family pressure, family and friends pressure. If you're from Africa, not just Africa, if you're from the part of the world where I come from the East, okay, where mothers are the deciding factors in their sons' lives. Most mothers, let me not generalize it. Okay, yeah, if they are having this thing with the girl, and until when they're getting serious with the girl, the first thing they do is to go to the mothers, okay, for the mothers to certify that, okay, I accept her as my daughter-in-law, I accept her, and all that. They tick all the boxes, and people go as far as cooking, staying with their mother-in-law to be, washing her clothes, doing all that. At the end of the day, when you leave, they're like, you don't want that person. All right, so sometimes a guy might like you, want to have something going with someone more serious, want to settle down with you, and the mother is a clog in the wheel. And even though I'm not here to advise you, but let me also give you this piece of advice. For every relationship where there is this mother-son thing, I'm not saying they shouldn't have this affinity, but where you know that the guy cannot stand his ground, don't ever say you're loving the guy. We love ourselves. We don't care about what the mother says. And then you are going to be fried. You see how they fry pancake? Pancake is even good. The way they fry, deep frying, like dip you into a bowl of oil and fry you very well. Okay, so once you are in this thing with this person and he starts talking about my mother, in our place you say my which means my mother, and they start saying my mother said, my mother did not say, my mother said, please just walk away. Okay, my friend, I had a friend, she's still my friend anyways. The only reason why she didn't marry this particular awesome guy, the guy was so awesome, so down to earth, so wonderful and all that. She said the first day they went to see the mother-in-law, the woman was frowning, like, what is that? The woman was frowning. What was the woman's problem? She's not from our side. She's not from her side. That was the only sin she committed. And so they were as if they were even propping the woman to come out and like say hi to her. She said, she didn't wait for them to finish. So even when they said they were cooking, that let her stay, they will cook, they will do. She said no. She told the guy, I'm going back right away. The guy's like, no, my mom will talk to her. It takes her time to accept people later, blah blah blah. They said, I am grown enough to know what I want. I'm not going to go into this marriage. This is the first time this woman is meeting me. She has never met me in life before. And she started frowning. She was all frowns and all that. So please, when it comes to that, and friends are pressurizing, telling the person, this is not good enough, this person is not good for you, just walk away. One of the pointers is that guy is not man enough. Okay? And if you eventually force yourself and get married to this person, be very, very sure that you're going to come out, because the pressures of life will come. Family pressure will come. When you start having kids here and there, things will happen. And then suddenly you see the guy swaying, he'll be swaying like a pendulum. He'll be moving this way, because he must agree with them. And at the end of the day, you'll be left all by yourself. Okay? So when the guy chooses another, just because of family pressure, please go to the church and give thanksgiving. Thank you so very much. Let's look. The second one, the second one is actually this. You want the guy to be committed. You want commitment, real commitment. You know what that means for a woman. Like you've been all dovey, you've been, vibing with this guy. You guys have been into this thing and all that. And you want the guy to commit. Like some people just start a relationship. If you ask them, how did the guy ask you out? They can't say. They just met somewhere and something sparked. And then the guy started texting them. And before you say Jack, the guy is now their boyfriend. My dear, that's a long road to cross. So when you want the guy to commit, properly ask me to be your girlfriend, maybe it will be difficult, especially for a man who is not ready to commit. A man who is looking for a woman to go with the flow with. All right? There was a video I made where I talked about Mr. Go with the flow. Okay? So when people jump into your DM and say, let's go with the flow, these are the kind of men. They're not ready to do any serious commitment. They don't owe you any obligation. They're just there, to chop and go. When they are done, they see another person and they'll move very fast. Okay? So, in fact, once you force them to commit and they withdraw and they start looking the other one, they start giving you excuses. Okay, I cannot call you. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot you said you were traveling. Oh, I forgot you were sick. Oh, I forgot. Please just zip up. Just block the line and tell the person, you know what? I don't want unserious people in my life, because you don't have time to start wasting. Okay? Okay, so let's look at the third one. Let me tell you something. If you're in a relationship where you don't accept some things, let's say you have boundaries. Okay, sorry about that. Let's say I'm actually sweating, I'm outside. I'm still in the village. I went to vote. So please forgive me if you're hearing if you're hearing noises at the background. Forgive me. It is what it is. Okay. So some people like that relationship where you don't ask them, you don't tell them to do anything, you don't ask them to act in a certain way, you don't have boundaries. They can bump into you and bump out of you. They can decide, oh, I want to see you today, and you're there for them. They can decide, oh, you don't have to do this, I want you to be doing it this way, and you're all loyal. Some people actually like that. Some people don't like women with boundaries. They don't like the women that will tell them, listen, you cannot ask me to come out, to a particular eatery and I will stay there 4 hours waiting for you. It's not unacceptable by me. If I get there and after 30 minutes I don't see you, I'll take my bag and leave, because I have so many other things that I'm doing. I'm a very busy person. They don't like that. They don't like the fact that they can just do anyhow with you. Okay? Why did you go to the club? He's angry. What is wrong with this person? Why are you asking me why I went? Don't I have the right to go to the club? That kind of boundaries. You see them with this person and they are, all cheerful, joyful, enjoying the flow and all that. And you start asking them, who is that girl? They're upset. They'll ask you, is there any girl you see me with? You start asking me, do I owe you an explanation? I know some of you have been with such men. Listen. You don't need them. So if they leave you, please go and thank God. It is not because you're less than human. It is not because you are worse. It's not because you are bad. It's not because they don't see value in you. They know that you're a very valuable woman, okay? But they cannot cope with it. They like those women that allow them to get away with a lot of shit. Yes. Okay? So if you don't allow them to do what they want and all that, they'll feel like, I don't like being caged. I don't like somebody who is all over me. I don't like, before you say Jack, they're out. And let me tell you, it is better that you find out that this person likes to get away with some things. He doesn't like to be questioned. He doesn't like to be held accountable. He doesn't want to be responsible. If the person leaves, you need to go to the church and thank the Lord for it. Yes. So if he chooses another over you, it is because the other person allows him to be who he wants to be. And an emotionally intelligent woman is that woman that wouldn't allow you to build a nest on top of her head. No way. Okay? So I think that's the third one. Is it the third one? I know, I've lost count. Whatever. So the next one is that he left you and chose another person because he wants that woman that he can be vulnerable with. Are you that woman that will not allow the man to be vulnerable with you? Let me tell you, women are built in a way that they can absorb shock and come out the next day, wash their faces, apply their makeup, and be walking as though nothing happened. Some men cannot take it. Like, they can even marry, have children, and still be talking about what the person did to them. So let me tell you, my dears, if it gets to that point where, the man wants to be vulnerable, the man wants to, let down his guards. The man does not want someone who will use his weaknesses, to torment him. That's why he left you. He left you because some women naturally want a man who is up and doing, is always thinking what next to do, how to go about it, because they want their future to be secured. They want it to be in a situation whereby even if they are not working, their kids wouldn't suffer. Okay? So such men who wants to be vulnerable with you, by vulnerability means letting your guards down. This is who I am. This is how far I've come. This is what I cannot do. And are you that person that is going to allow yourself to embrace that man who has been hurt, who has refused to be healed, who keeps talking about, even when you're with the man, he keeps talking about my ex did not do, my ex this, my ex, he's with another person, it means that his heart is still there, very much there. If your ex did and then you met me, you should be happy. You should be happy you met me, and you should see me as a better replacement than your ex. But if I'm with you and every day you're telling me your ex, it means that if your ex should change tomorrow and appear from nowhere, you're going to accept your ex. Okay? So maybe that was why he left you, because he can't be vulnerable with you. He can't be telling you some things, and you might not accept it in good faith. Right? So then the thing is, the woman he has chosen, the other woman that he has chosen might be a woman who is ready to allow him be very vulnerable. I can't do this. I have never done this. The man said, don't worry. I do that for you. Oh, my ex did this. Like, okay, that's your ex self. So when you will accommodate here his story over and over and over again, even when you're hurt. Because believe you me, when you leave that place, you feel hurt. You feel uncomfortable. Okay? But then what do? You keep talking about it over. So that way you're ready to accommodate him. Okay? And because of that, you chose that person. Another one is that, let's be blunt here. Another one is that maybe he feels the other person is more attractive than you are. Remember that he feels or he sees the other person as more attractive than you are doesn't mean you are not attractive. So that he simply saw another person and started feeling, oh, this person is more attractive. It is good riddance to bad rubbish. Yes. Because by the time you get married to this person, he's going to see 1 million plus 1 million plus 1 million women. Are you going to be telling me that every day he sees a woman like, oh, this one is prettier than my wife, this one is better than my wife? I mean, he goes after that one. Tomorrow he sees another person, so this one is so attractive, very attractive. He goes after that one. I mean, you're not going to be doing that. Okay, that's why I said good riddance to bad rubbish. Because if that man doesn't see you as a queen, as a princess, treat you like one, and see that you are head and shoulder above all, then it's not worth it. Okay, so if you see the other person as attractive, don't come, this competition thing, my intro, where you're not asking yourself, what does this person have that I don't have? Why did he choose this person over me? Blah 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 blah. You don't need that. And it's good he's going. I mean, it's good now that he's moving, so that we'll forget him very fast. All right. So it's getting dark. I actually started recording very late, and I'm outside. We went out, so traveling back tomorrow. Went out. I felt I don't want to miss tomorrow, so I decided to, do this video. But as you can see, the place is becoming darker. All right. So this is where I'm going to stop it. Remember, you are the most beautiful thing on planet Earth, and none can be compared with you. So till we come your way next time, this is still me, Life with Peanut, saying bye for now.